Hello and welcome to the Bread and Roses screencast from Pride. This is part of part 7. It's the first part. It's where you have a building of community, but not just the physical building we've seen in the other scenes. This is an emotional and inspirational building, which is important to understand. Is that you have moments of inspiration in the building of community in this film, but also have inspirational moments in I Am Malala. So if you're thinking about that, how people, when they're inspired, can give more to their cause than they may have before, is something that you have in this particular scene. And I think it's a really important one for this, the analysing this film. So it starts with Drink to Me Only with Thine Eyes, which is a very popular song in England and in Wales, for a lot right across Britain for hundreds of years. My mother used to sing it. Not this love, of course. But it was a very, very popular song, very old song. And it's just kind of sort of romantic, sentimental song. But it's important to start with this way because it shows you that this is their understanding. This is the Welsh community here. But then you've got the merging or the integration happening.
It's not a girl's world.
But we love him, Mum.
Okay. Design speak.
It's called the Great Atlantic Fault. And it starts here in Spain. And then it goes under the Bay of Biscay. And then it comes up in South Wales. And then it goes under the Atlantic for miles and miles and miles. And it comes up again in Pennsylvania.
My father used to talk about it.
Yeah.
And mine. The dark artery.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And you could take a miner from Wales or Spain or America and you could show them that seam and they would recognize it. There's no other coal like it. It's perfect. Pure. Yeah. I lost my younger brother to that pit. 36 years old. But without it, these villages are nothing, are finished. That's what I'd say if I ever came face to face with Margaret fucking Thatcher. That's what I'd tell her. The pit and the people are one and the same.
And that speech is important because it talks about the importance of coal mining to the community and why the fight is important. And Cliff does it in a way that is very articulate and gets to the point, and talk about the historical dimensions of it. What's also important about this speech is not only the whole idea about language. So he crafts language so well, the film crafts language so well. This whole idea that the pit and the people being one and the same is a crucial one because it shows that symbiotic relationship. And so the language is crafted there, and you'll see the impact on Mark. Mark is inspired by this because he sees this. He thinks it's a great idea. He's very much a socialist, as you saw in the opening scene. But right here, he's not only a socialist who wants to see these miners get what they deserve and be respected, but he's also now got that emotional connection.
Welcome home, son.
Thank you.
And you've also got this thing with Gethin. So the Gethin thread continues. This whole idea of welcome home. So that's why Gethin is an important figure. But let's watch.
Listen to me, everyone. I just want to say something.
Get your feet off those seats.
We've let you down. No, we have. We haven't collected enough. We haven't raised enough awareness. We know that. No, it's not enough to always be defending. Sometimes you have to attack, to push forward. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
So this is the whole idea now of Noyes defending. He wants to push forward and have something bigger and better to attract more attention and get more more help, more money, more support. but it wants to be inspiring. Look at these people. Think about the difference between this scene and the one where Mark and the others arrive, and see how different they are. Especially the old, not so much her. We know, but she's flexible. She's accepting. But some of the other people, they're really kind of inspired by this.
Get back to London, and you have my word on this. We're gonna do something so spectacular, and it will be so incredible, so effective that the National Coal Board, I promise you this, will come crawling on their hands and knees in full drag to beg you for forgiveness. Now, victory! Victory to the miners!
Now think about that. So there's this whole victory of the miners. This slogan is being repeated.
Haven't raised enough awareness, we know that.
And then you go back to that moment here. Go back. Sorry. Where he's raising his fist. It's very important that sign of solidarity you see often, and it's certainly Mark showing it here. Yeah, we know. So I can't stop there. There we go. But then something else magical happens. But before
hands
that,
and knees in full drag to beg you for forgiveness. Now, victory! Victory to the miners!
so you have that moment, and that's important. There's a reason again for you're focusing on that moment and that fist. Is this whole idea of inspired activism, and this is a key moment because this is what happened. What you got this moment. So you've got the people cheering, but then something happens, organic and spontaneous from the audience or from the community.